Hello, welcome to another one of my film reviews. Sorry it's been a little while, I've had things going on at home which meant it was difficult to film. Anyway, this film review is for Ong-Bak, the classic Thai film based in Thailand. Anyway, this film has a lot of Muay Thai boxing in it, and it follows the adventures of Ting, played by Tony Jaa. The story is quite simple really. There's a Buddha statue called Ong-Bak. Some idiot steals the head, takes it back to city, so Ting goes to get it back. So it's quite a simple storyline really. Unfortunately the guy who stole it works for some kind of gangster boss type person, and then there's some fights. He meets up with his cousin who's got money problems and a little bit selfish, and then there's some more fights, and yeah, and it's a good film. With martial art films, you've always got to get the balance between the fighting and the storyline. Sometimes they go way too much on the storyline and it's not really a martial art film. Other times they just go completely ridiculous and just have fights every 2 seconds just because. Whereas this one's quite good. It's not all about the fighting. It is a story-led film which happens to have fights in it, and Ting doesn't really want to fight. He's kind of forced into it in certain situations, and yeah, it's really good. The choreography in the fighting is really good. You can really see the difference between like the Muay Thai in this and say like a kung fu film that I've reviewed or a karate film that I've reviewed. The style is very evidently different, so if you're interested in just the fighting and the martial arts style, then that's good, because you can see how it is quite a lot different. It's all like elbows and knees. Just putting that to one side, just looking at it as a story on its own, then it is still worth a watch. It is all in Thai, so you will need subtitles unless you understand the language. But that doesn't distract from it. It is still a very good film. I'm only reviewing the first Ong-Bak on this one. I'm going to do 2 and 3 because there are 3. I'm going to do 2 and 3 in a separate video because they're quite different films to the original. The original is sort of a standalone film. The 2 and 3 are kind of their own thing. So I'll review them separately. But the first one, just on that, is actually a very good film. There's good acting, there's good dialogue. It's a little bit over the top in places. Sometimes you're not sure, I mean, are they trying to be a comedy, or are they trying to be a gangster film, or is it a film about drugs because there's a scene of that in it? Is it a crime film? There are occasionally times in it when you do feel like they're not entirely sure which direction they're going in. They're trying to just throw a little bit of everything in there. It doesn't feel like it's a bit schizophrenic and all over the place, but sometimes you do think, well, you know, why are they going in this direction when they should really be going in this direction? But they don't do it too much. I think really they're just trying out different things, just basically putting it all in together. But there were a few bits which didn't need to be there. They didn't distract from the film completely. They didn't completely, like, you know, take you out of it. Sometimes the films and they try different things and it, like, you know, the story's going along at a nice pace and then suddenly it goes off in this direction, like, whoa, what's going on there? It doesn't do that, but it does kind of do this every so often, but it does tend to come back on track. But it is generally a good film. It is definitely worth a watch. I enjoyed it. It is a classic. When did it come out? It came out 2005, I'm looking at over here. Got my laptop here. So yeah, it's been out a while, so most people have seen it. It's been out a while, so a lot of people would have seen it already, and it is definitely worth watching. If you haven't seen it, if you're interested in martial art films and you're only really watching like your kung fu or your karate, because that's where most martial art films are at, this one's definitely worth a watch. It is a good film. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.